Cameron, this episode, I want to talk about gun laws.
Gun laws?
Yeah, I want to talk about gun laws.
I may be unpopular.
You, what? Why?
Well, why don't you frame the conversation for
I don't know,
us?
like, I saw, like, one of those, you know, because recently there was another shooting, right? Or there was, like, there was some
shooting.
threats or something recently. Either way, it's, like, near constant at this point. And I was thinking, what was it? I think it's something maybe John Oliver said. I don't know if he actually said it, but there was, like, an image of him, and then a quote around the image, you know, like how there is on the internet. And it was saying, one person almost blows up a plane with a shoe bomb, and now we all have to take off our shoes at the airport. 31 shootings, like, over the past something years. Oh no. And no change to gun laws. And I thought that was kind of interesting.
I think it is interesting.
Like, why, that's a good point. I mean, why is that such a big deal, and then...
Well, arguably, we shouldn't have made everybody take off their shoes for, like, you know, airport... airport security is, you know, it's just as easy to argue back that that's an indicator that airport security shouldn't have become this ridiculously draconian intense thing, considering people made it so ridiculously long with airline travel without shit going down.
Yeah.
Even when we've always had the capability to, like, blow up fucking planes and stuff.
Yeah.
People used to hijack planes all the fucking time, but they did it for ransoms.
Yeah.
And nobody did anything. Yeah, and I think it's more so, well, at least with that, it's a hell of a lot easier for you to say, you're not getting on this plane if you've got shoes, mate.
Yes.
Versus, wow,
Mate.
there are how many guns in America?
Yeah.
And if we want to confiscate them, and why do people want all of these guns? Right, to stop the government from becoming tyrants. I wonder how they'll react if we say we're taking their guns from them, rather than banning them.
Yeah, fair point.
So, like, regardless of whether you think that's fair, that's probably entirely the pragmatism of why that's happened.
Yeah, of why it's not, yeah. It's not a cut and dry issue.
It's a fuck ton harder to get the guns off the people than it is to say, you're not setting foot on my plane with more than 24 milliliters of liquid.
Damn it, I lost my liquid.
Yeah.
You and your liquid.
Yeah, well, what's your thought on guns? On gun control?
I don't know, I mean, I reckon other countries manage just fine without guns, so I mean, America arguably doesn't need them either. I mean, you know, and if they really want them, then they can. Like, in New Zealand, you can get a gun license, and you can, hey, you fuck off, mate. Like, it's possible, you don't have to... What is he doing? So, like, yeah, like, I don't know. It seems kind of...
I find that it actually seems kind of odd that, I mean, somebody comes at you with a gun. In a big country like America, there's a pretty good chance that they'll be able to get one even if they're banned.
Yeah.
How do you defend yourself from a gun?
I don't know, I probably... Oh, they're literally just coming at me and attacking me, like, not fuck. Shit.
Yeah, let's say you're out in public and people are brandishing guns. It doesn't necessarily have to be directly at you, but your life is in danger.
But they don't want... Do they want... Like, are they wanting me to, like, not do anything? And that, like, are they threatening me? Or are they just being like, I'm going to shoot someone, now you're it?
What if they're threatening the whole room?
I don't know, I'd probably just cooperate. Like, that's just what most people would do, right?
Yeah. So in that case...
Whoa.
And now let's say, what if you had a gun of your own and you knew how to use it to defend yourself?
I probably wouldn't have it on me everywhere, so then it wouldn't really be there in that scenario.
Why wouldn't you have it on you?
Because carrying a gun everywhere seems... I don't know. I mean, maybe in America that makes a bit more sense, but,
Why does it make more sense in America? Because you're more likely to get shot?
No, I'm confused on what argument you're trying to make here. What?
I mean, the idea that guns kill people is can be seen as an argument to have guns.
I know, yeah, I know.
Since they already exist, you can't make sure guns don't exist.
Yeah.
So you would be, if you had a gun, and you were expected to have a gun for the purpose of defending yourself, then when somebody, you know, tries to rob a bank or shoot up a school, and the history teacher pulls the shotgun out from under their desk and tells them to freeze, and then they make a movement and he blows their head off.
Well, I suppose that's like the other alternative, eh? Like,
yeah.
Like, either no guns or literally everyone has guns. Because right now only some people have guns.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, like, if people want to get it and shoot up a school, they can. And then people who don't want to, who are in the school, are kind of fucked.
Yeah.
So like, but I'm like, forcing everyone to get a gun seems wrong too.
You don't have to force everyone to get a gun, because you can create like you create sort of like a cultural practice of the fact that people should be entitled and enabled to defend themselves.
A society where everyone walks around with guns all the time seems like a very untrusting society. Very kind of like, I don't know.
I mean, I suppose
it was like that in the Wild West, wasn't it? I mean, then people still were friends and shit, right?
If you're walking down the street at night and you see a group of people,
here you go, monkey.
Do you feel safe? Or do you feel possibly the exact opposite?
Am I alone?
Yeah.
What time is it?
Night.
Where am I?
Anywhere.
Depends, man. If I was on the North Shore, I might feel alright.
You might.
Yeah.
You might. This place that's built up in your mind as like this safe haven of boring places. You might feel safe. What does that say about what we already think about society?
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, I'm going to put my cards on the table. I was doing quite the whole sort of like Socratic questioning thing with you. I'm putting my cards on the table. I'm in favor
getting confused.
Of less gun restriction. I'm in favor of more permissibility of guns.
Okay.
I think that human beings have a right to protect themselves.
Monkey magic.
It's not actually something that I would have for my own benefit. I would probably not carry around a gun for the purpose of defense, because I don't want to. But I think that people are entitled to that, and it's reasonable to let them have it.
Yeah, you're very, you're like, your views usually are very like, yes, if people want to, they should do it, which is a good standard to stick to.
Without having like,
I don't know, it feels more complicated than that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it
has vast repercussions if something isn't done.
Yeah. But the main thing being that sort of like the arguments largely in favor of heavier gun restriction and all that sort of stuff don't really seem to counter. If somebody wants to become a mass murderer, and I mean these school shootings, how old are the people that are doing this?
I don't know. Usually they're around high school age, right? Oh god, I'm moving.
Yeah. So I mean, like where are they getting the guns? And they can stab people up.
Dear.
Like I believe Japan's had a lot of problems with people who just go around fucking knifing and axing people.
Well, yeah, but like a knife or an axe. Jeez, really? An axe?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's some dedication.
Yeah.
There's like a disconnect when you're using a gun. You know, like stabbing someone with a knife feels a hell of a lot more. Damn it, I shouldn't have done that. I don't know how this works.
Do we know do we know about like the psychology of like murder?
But you know that like,
it's easy to make that assumption that sort of like, it's not going to be as visceral, so it's probably easier to do. But what if it's not? Since you know you are going to be killing a person.
It may not be easier by a large amount, but you know it would feel easier, like literally just like pull essentially push a button and someone is dead instead of like having to stab someone and like. Damn, fuck! I'm so terrible.
Fuck! We can kill ourselves.
Okay. We're good. You know, as I hadn't to like press a piece of metal into like a human being's body, you know, it's like it is just difficult, or more difficult, I should say.
Well, I mean, if we're sort of like, how difficult does it have to be to kill a person for that to make it legal to have?
It's just the point that it's more. Therefore, like. If guns were gotten rid of, I think there would be less people going around and hurting others. Like, sure, some people who wanted to go around and shoot people would probably just get a knife or something else. But a lot of them would be like, no, because now I don't want to, because it's more difficult, and I'm connected to these people now as I'm doing it, and I don't know.
Well, I mean, in that...
Do you want to grab more eggs, or are you ready?
No, I'm fine.
You're ready? Okay.
I mean, in that case, it sort of sounds like, you know, simple arithmetic should decide. So, the amount of lives saved
that sounds not as simple as it is.
The amount of lives saved by people utilizing...
Let's make an equation.
The amount of lives saved by people utilizing guns to defend themselves versus the amount of lives lost by people who use guns to kill who would not have done so without guns.
Yeah.
Although that's a very difficult statistic to get.
It is, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Guns account for actually a ridiculously small amount of murder in the United States. It's just they're always in big sensational ways that make people scared.
Yeah, well, yeah. And I'm sure that like in this day and age, especially with all the controversy, they're more the media focuses on them more.
I know that there are people out there who believe that especially since the recent rash of shooting seems to be increasing at an intensing pace.
Yeah, it does.
Alongside talks, alongside people talking about removing, what's his face? Removing firearms, and also in the heightened security and state power of the United States. They've been rumbled with all of these ridiculously illegal spying programs. So now they're trying to confiscate weaponry as well. There are people out there who think that there may be some shenanigans to the recent outbreak of shootings.
Oh, what, they think it's fake?
Not fake.
Or that
not fake, but the government has... Have you heard of MK Ultra?
No.
So as to whether they're still doing shady shit now, the United States government is known to perpetrate, at least certain elements of it, have perpetrated absolutely horrendous things in the name of getting certain results. Like kidnapping and brainwashing people.
Like MK... What's MK Ultra?
Complicated series of clandestine operations done by, the FBI. Like, kidnapping and drugging and brainwashing people and doing all of that. All of that stuff that makes a spy thriller. Except literally happened.
Yeah. Jesus.
So, the United States government, or as I said, or at least some members of it, for the purposes of supporting it, have done ridiculously shady shit. It's not actually impossible that there is somebody out there who is of the opinion that, alright, this is my project when I'm high up in the black ops of the government thing. I'm going to get people to do school shootings. And I'm going to keep doing that until I can ban their guns.
That seems crazy, though.
Yeah.
That seems I don't mean people who think that it's insane. That's not what I mean. I mean that just seems like
it's so ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, that seems who the hell would do that?
We're pressed for time now.
We are. Yeah.
Yeah, it's over.
Did we talk about guns the entire time? Shit!
We waffled around it.
Oh god.
I kind of feel bad I talked too much.
No, you probably have more to say on it than I do. I was more I was more wanting to...
Are we off the clock now?
Cameron, I'm wrecking it. No, you just see me wreck that.
Yeah.
No!
We already missed one.
We need to expire. I wanted to see.
Beep.
My curiosity.
Beep.
My curiosity!
MK Ultra, sometimes referred to as the CIA's mind control program.
Jesus.
That's ridiculous.
It sounds fictional.
It's not fictional, it literally happened. Surely you've heard of, you will have at least heard about why black people don't trust doctors in America, right?
No.
Because they had a massive group of black people who all had syphilis, and here you go, here are the drugs that cure you. Sugar pills. And then the doctors sat back and watched how syphilis advanced in black people.
What?
Yeah, that literally happened.
What? When was this?
Just search black people syphilis.
God hates black people syphilis.
And also, you know about reefer madness and stuff and why weed's banned, right?
No.
Because it was going to make white women leave their husbands for black dick.
Yeah, I thought about that. You mentioned that before.
I mean, the United States has actually got some ridiculously shady shit going on. Jesus. 1932 to 1972.
What?
Holy fucking shit.
That is not that long ago.
Yeah. The 40-year study was controversial.
No shit!
Yeah.